Good morning, friends. It is Wednesday, August 5th, and this is your Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift construction update. So far this morning, walking through CityWalk, looks like there's a bunch of crew on site working. Looks like they're doing a lot of busy work, which is pretty exciting. So we'll go over to the site and see what they've been able to work on over the past couple of days. Something new that I just noticed, I don't know if these have been here for a few days, but there is a bunch of brand new CityWalk trash cans on the bridge heading over to Studios, and they are the new style trash cans that are self-compacting, bagless, just like the new ones over at Disney. Looking good. Okay, this is kind of crazy, but they are definitely everywhere. So it looks like CityWalk has completely switched out all of their trash cans. That was quick. Well, we made it to the site and crews are definitely busy this morning. The cranes moved and there's a bunch of busy work going on. We have had some very rainy days, so we have a big old puddle underneath the spike still. Looks like equipment got kind of close to getting wet. Looks like crews are starting to install evacuation platforms and catwalks at the beginning of the vertical spike launch area, just after the switch track. Hard to really see from here, but it looks like crews might have the new flange installed and welded. And it looks like the new footer that they are having to pour has formwork getting installed around it. So it shouldn't be too long before that's complete and we get the final column installed here. It also looks like the temporary scaffolding underneath the speed bump and LSM launch area, a lot of it's been removed, which means crews have finished wiring. But there's still a couple sections left. Up in the mid-course brake area, crews are definitely working on some of the wiring installation, cable tray installation. This is a lot of the work that's going to take some time. So just the other day, somebody commented to confirm that this metal building is definitely for cooling. That was definitely something I suspected when I was mentioning the material glycol. It is a chiller building specifically for the electrical building directly next to it. As he noted, LSMs get extremely hot, especially when they are firing over and over. Air alone does not cool them down enough when they're active that much, and there's so much electricity running through it. So you need a chiller to cool down the components and keep everything cool from melting, especially for how often this ride is going to be launching in this area particularly. Looking at this bottom flange that they're working on, it looks like they have it in place. It's hard to tell if they've actually gotten it welded though. We'll come back a little bit later when the sun is out, hopefully, and get a better look. We need a little bit better lighting. But you can definitely see there is a lot of crew on site this morning. So we're gonna head over to Islands of Adventure and get ready for early entry. Just want to talk to you guys for a second about testing and commissioning, because that is the thing that's on everybody's mind, is when is that going to begin? Well, I don't believe that it's going to be for a while, mainly because there is a lot of wiring and electrical that they need to do. Remember, there are miles and miles of cabling that needs to be run for the control systems, the show systems, all of the emergency systems for all the different buildings and safety equipment. And not only that, but they have to go through the pull-through test, which might not be for a while either. So looks like crews are over at Category 10 this morning. Just an unusual sight. Let's do a quick check-in over at Category 10. Crews are definitely active this morning, still pushing dirt, but they might have some stuff going on. Looks like crews finally removed the retaining wall over here at Category 10. So they're definitely doing a lot more over here now. So also for Category 10 construction, I don't expect steel to arrive for that anytime soon. They're going to be doing a lot of ground and foundation work. So we'll still kind of keep tabs on it and see when those first footers go in. Because once footers start getting installed, everything dries, then we could see steel getting delivered to the site or staged somewhere. And so we'll be on the lookout for that. But for now, let's head on over to Islands of Adventure, get a few rides in while we wait for studios to open and for lighting to get a little bit better.
In Southern Adventure, we have some absolutely unforgettable experiences awaiting you just on the other side of these gates. But first, we have to open the park. So without further ado, please join me in welcoming our honorary guests.
Woo! And we are on our way to go see the Lost Continent. Crews have been working over the past several days. I hopefully will not see a building there anymore. We'll see. And we made it to Lost Continent. Yes, those are all the people heading over to Hagrid's this morning. This is their normal run to Hagrid's. But let's look at this demolition of Poseidon's Fury. They're getting closer for sure. You can see crews working and how much elevation change they have thanks to all the dirt they've been pouring and grading in this area. They're already starting to prep the site for whatever new attractions are coming next. And then just like that, this is the line for Hagrid's. Only showing about a 30-minute wait though right now, so that's not terrible, but it's about to be much longer than that. Back over by the Lost Continent restrooms and old Sinbad Theater, nothing really much going on that you can see. However, it is known that crews have been working on foundation work, leveling, and getting the ground prepped for whatever building they're going to install over here. If it's a building, we don't really know yet. Okay, based on the current line for Hagrid's, I don't think I'm gonna do that this morning, even though it's only showing about a 30-minute wait. Got here a little bit late, and so that line is too long for me. So let's head on over to VelociCoaster instead. Should be much lighter over there. A quick note for those of you who come for early entry, make sure that you put any backpacks in the lockers before you get in line for Hagrid's. Just send a single person in your party over to put them in the lockers. That is the best method and ensures that your wait time is an absolute minimum. Doing little things like that will certainly help keep your wait time down, but it also helps the team members. You know, they're trying to be as efficient as they possibly can and keep your wait time down. So listen to team members. If they tell you to do something, do it. Don't question it. They're asking you for a reason. So let's head on over to VelociCoaster and see how many rides we can get this morning. It's VelociCoaster time. Looks like it's a pretty low wait this morning. Should be able to get a couple different rides on it. All right, friends, we got one ride on VelociCoaster, and as you can see, the line is growing. Lots of people heading over here now. All right, so while we're waiting for the back half of the park to open, they keep it closed until about 8:50. We'll talk about VelociCoaster a little bit. She was very staticky, got train 4, and man, was it really rattly today. Over the past couple of weeks, we've noticed trains 1 and 4 being a little rattly, but that one, you could feel every single little bump. It kind of hurt. So hopefully, if somebody at Universal's watching, take a look at those 2 trains. There's some adjustments that need to be done somewhere, because yeah, that was a lot. So let's head on over to Jurassic Park River Adventure and see if there's any changes going on with the buildings, the ride, etc. And we made it to River Adventure. Let's see what's new, if anything. Probably not. Well, not too much is different over here, but it looks like crews were working on the roof here. It's completely down to all the plywood, and I think I see fresh plywood. Over in the splashdown area, I am not seeing anything different. I know there's some water down there, but that's only from the rains that we've had the past couple of days because we're back in a rainy pattern. Thunder Falls still has all the lights on and the screens on and everything. Wonder when they're going to put construction walls up. We'll see. And we're back at Hard Rock. Lighting is not too great still because of the clouds, but let's see what crews are working on. So I believe they have this man lift positioned over here still by the giant rollover element so that they can install the sensor that's placed way up there. That lets the computer know that another train can drop off of the mid-course and into the stall and spike area. So they don't want us to see what they're doing here, but also this is to shield people from the welding because it's extremely bright. So you don't want to be looking at the welding when they're working on it. It's definitely a hive of activity. It looks like crews are almost ready for concrete, and there's some other areas that have been taped off too over here. Where are you going, sir? So right here are the anchor bolts that will end up going in this hole. They're not in there yet, so they're not ready for concrete today, but it's definitely close. Probably in the next couple of days, they will set this in there, make sure it's aligned properly, and then pour concrete. Looks like crews are definitely using the boxes because we can see the support column that needs to go in. Also, since people have been talking about these boxes that say HHN on them, I'm not surprised that they put HHN on it. It either means something that is just a coincidence, or like the park I used to work at, they would put things on those boxes to try to trick you into believing they're for something else so that people don't take pictures of them or video, etc., like team members. It's to try to make it seem a little hidden. Just kind of funny, but this dirt's new. They dug a little hole. Okay. And over in the quote-unquote laydown lot for all the drainage and irrigation, things are getting moved around a lot. So there's definitely starting to work on final landscaping and groundwork for stormwater irrigation and maybe even drinking water? Who knows? I don't remember what the blue color stands for. All right, that's it for over at Hard Rock. Let's head on over to Studios and see what is going on over in the station area, Music Plaza, etc. as well as Halloween Horror Nights general updates, because I'm sure they've placed a lot of new stuff since I was here on Monday. Let's go. All right, made it to studios, and boy, does she look pretty. It looks like crews are installing the catwalks in this booster section before heading back into the main brake run. To note, this will also act as a block section. So once a train clears this and goes up over the hill, another train can come up over the tall element. So trains will be moving very frequently. What a pretty little pigeon. And he has friends. Here's another view of the booster section. Kind of hard to see because it's hiding behind the outrun track, but you can see where the catwalk will end right there, but the LSMs continue up a little bit. So this is the sensor location for the boost section. So when the train crosses this, which is actually at the bottom of the big hill, it means that a train can pass through the boost without stopping. It's down at the bottom like this because that is more of a timing decision to make sure that once a train hits here, the other train shouldn't have to stop at all. It should be able to keep moving. Well, over by Jimmy, we have a Fanta stand for Halloween Horror Nights. So more food booths and drink booths are popping up around the park. Looks like over on the main launch, crews have installed some temporary scaffolding underneath the cable trays. Not sure why. Let's head on over to the station and see what they've been working on over there. Well, I'm not seeing anything different over here at the station area. Just more busy work. And nothing you can really see. Okay, this is just the randomest thing, but we now have power over by the Tribute store. So I expect to see some lights. Also, there's some speakers out, so see what they're gonna do. Back over by Finnegan's, still no changes. Over by Fast and Furious, we have another Fanta stand. Back over at Club Horror, I don't see anything different. Moving on. And over by Fear Factor, we got a new trailer. And back over by Men in Black, we got another Fanta stand. So it looks like food is a focus right now. Back over by Simpsons, looks like crews are definitely making progress on the facades outside a couple of the houses. Well, let's continue on. Let's go check out the Fortnite scare zone. And over by Animal Actors, they are getting all the food booths ready. This is a giant food station. So they're finally getting some props set up over here. Over here in the Fortnite scare zone, I'm not seeing anything. It's exactly the same how it was on Monday. Over in the Hollywood area, I don't see anything different. They're adding small little props here and there. Only 23 more days to go though. Crews got to pick up the pace here quick. Looks like crews have begun installing some of the control gear underneath the LSMs. All right, friends, that's going to do it for today's Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift construction update and general park updates around the park. As you saw, crews are doing a lot of busy work, installing cabling, sensors, working on groundwork, etc. So updates are going to be a little bit less frequent than they have been because a lot of this busy work is really hard to see. But we are still going to check in to the resort at least once a week to make sure we catch all of the latest progress that they have, including all the setup for Halloween Horror Nights, because we don't have much longer until that event begins, so get ready. If you guys are heading to the parks today, have a great park day. Make sure to download ParkScope to stay up to date on all of the latest crowd levels, wait times, and more. So until then, we'll see you in the next one.